This is The Bottom Line. The Bottom Line on 938 Live.
Now, the newly set up Manufacturing Standards Committee is looking to develop standards that support emerging manufacturing technologies in Singapore. Termed the future of manufacturing, these technologies include 3D printing, the Internet of Things and robotics. Travis Teo has the details.
Manufacturer Kevox produces industrial-grade 3D printers for their corporate clients. Its co-founder Junior Veloso welcomes more standards in the 3D printing industry.
I think it's always positive. When you get standard, we can always improve in terms of quality and improve in terms of how we serve customers and how the end user gets the product. So especially when we are looking at rapid manufacturing, so which means that the product out of the 3D printer will be used at home as, for example, headsets, a lot of implants on the medical field.
Kevox's customers include businesses from the medical, jewelry and electronics industries which require different standards in their products. For example, Mr. Veloso says their 3D printing material has to meet the standards for medical devices.
So hearing aids, it is considered as a medical equipment and it goes in contact with the patient's skin. So which means that the material that is produced needs to be biocompatible. So there are a lot of standards in terms of getting the material approved, for example, FDA approvals.
With the focus on the future of manufacturing, Tay Ji Sin, chairman of the Manufacturing Standards Committee, says it is an exciting time for them.
Because these are, as the name implies, future of manufacturing, we are looking at the future. So for the whole industry and sector in Singapore to take the lead and to benefit from this trend, the appropriate standards and compliance have to be set and taken care of. And this is a critical role that Manufacturing Standards Committee is going to spearhead.
But it's not just newfangled manufacturing that's in the spotlight. Spring Singapore said it has set aside an additional $10 million to accelerate the adoption of quality and standards for all enterprises. And that's on top of an initial $20 million grant in 2011. One company which says it will benefit is M Metal, which manufactures and supplies roofing materials to the construction industry. Its managing director, John Kong.
If you look at the simple construction industry, what the startup like us need is what we call the minimum fair playing field. If the government were to adopt the particular standard as the starting point, then I think it will help a lot of SME to bid for bigger jobs. Because the other add up would be your service level, the quality of your product, but basically adopting the standards will be the starting point for the SME. And any fundings from Spring, that will really help us to understand more what is required.
The Manufacturing Standards Committee's Mr. Tay adds that standards can help boost a firm's productivity.
If you follow a certain standard, there will be a lot of reduction in miscommunication and different expectation. So for example, if you are the supplier and I'm the customer, I'll tell you, please give me this gadget that complies to this particular standard. I don't have to draft a 5-10 page document to ask you to follow many different aspects, because just by following the standard, it is clear already.
Spring and the Singapore Standards Council have identified 50 new potential standards to be developed over the next 3 to 5 years.
And that's The Bottom Line with Travis Teo.